SoundPEATS is back. They've been a little bit hit and miss lately. They still kind of are with the Air4 Pro, but this is definitely their most complete noise cancelling offering. You're gonna be impressed with their performance, especially when it comes to sound quality. I'm gonna be comparing them to about 10 earbuds because, as usual, we're going in depth. Now, starting with the fit, these have the exact same ergonomics as the Air3 Pro. Just with a new color scheme, it looks pretty nice, and they fit me perfectly. I'm getting all day comfort, and I can use these when weight training or running with no issues at all. Any exercise, squat, bench, deadlift, I barely need to readjust the earbuds, and when running, they have a very minimal amount of body-borne noise. This is from the impact you make on the ground and your own heavy breathing. Stem-style earbuds usually work the best when running, since the buds don't move up and down too much, since that weight of the stem kind of holds the earbud down in place. My only complaint with the fit is the largest ear tips aren't large enough, at least for my giant ears. SoundPEATS usually includes one size larger. You get 3 sizes to choose from, but yeah, just got to point that out. And when it comes to the IPX rating, I'm assuming these have an IPX4 or a 5. I couldn't find any info on this anywhere, but SoundPEATS, they didn't put it online for some reason. So let's say IPX4. That sounds good. Now, when it comes to battery life, this is kind of annoying, to be honest, from SoundPEATS. They don't advertise what you get with noise cancelling on, only noise cancelling off. So with that, you get 6 hours from the buds, 26 hours in total. But in my test at 60% volume on an iPhone 12 Pro, with noise cancelling on, I got 4 hours and 13 minutes. Now, you don't get fast charge or wireless charging, and the case is about as thin as it gets at this price. Pretty compact overall, and you get one LED on the front of the case so you know when to charge your case up. Now with controls, you get great sensitivity here, and you can control everything except for skipping tracks back, because that's going to be locked into the triple tap, which is going to turn your game mode on and off. Now I think most people would prefer that to be skipping tracks back, because you can just activate the gaming mode in the app. And you still don't get any customization in the SoundPEATS app, which we really should be seeing. Pretty much all the budget earbuds now have full control customization. Even the QCY earbuds have this, and they're much cheaper. You also can't adjust the ANC switching, so you're stuck to having to switch between noise cancelling on, noise cancelling off, and transparency mode, rather than just noise cancelling on and transparency mode. You do get wearing detection though, that works great in my testing, and you can turn this on and off in the app. And when you are using one earbud at a time, you can use noise cancelling. You just need to jump into the app and turn it on. And when you are using one earbud while leaving the other in the case, it will work in mono mode, so you hear the left and right audio channel out of the one earbud. And connectivity here, you're getting Bluetooth 5.3, SBC, AAC, as well as aptX lossless. So if you have a phone compatible, you're gonna get some of the highest quality streaming you can get, which isn't gonna make a huge difference to sound quality. I mean, combined with high quality streaming or some high quality files, you get a couple of % improvement in overall sound. Still, if you don't have aptX lossless, it'll revert to aptX or aptX adaptive. You also get multi-point connection, and this is the second true wireless earbud I've tested that doesn't require you to pause playback on one device before resuming it on your other device. You can have your 2 devices connected, play on one device, and it will automatically pause the other device that had media playing. Very convenient, and it only takes like a second for the audio to kick in. And these buds also have a low latency gaming mode. So here are the results I got in my test on both iOS and Android. 400 milliseconds is good for casual games. You want to get closer to 200 milliseconds for faster action games like shooters. But now let's head outside and see what the call quality sounds like. All right, starting the test here with my iPhone 12 Pro microphone, so you get an idea of the noise going on around me. All right, and here's the call quality of the SoundPEATS Air4 Pro. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, so now we're gonna test how the microphones block out the crowd noise being played behind me, as well as some simulation wind. All right, so let's see how this wind noise gets blocked out. Only one microphone is going to get used at a time. So you can see here, if we go on the right one, nothing's going to happen. Testing out the ability to see how quickly this wind noise gets blocked out. All right, before we talk about noise cancelling, if you're enjoying this video, please chuck a like down there. It really does help the video and the channel out. Now, how I test my noise cancelling, I chuck on my soundbar and I'm playing simulation plane noise and crowd noise. So I'm getting low, middle, high, consistent, as well as inconsistent sounds. And here's my noise cancelling ranking with all the earbuds that I've tested. Currently have the Air4 Pro in the tied 13th spot. So this is SoundPEATS' strongest noise cancelling, closely followed by the Opera Buds in the 14th spot. They weren't great at blocking out low frequencies, where the Air4 Pro completely blocks out low frequency sounds. It's super impressive. It's with the crowd noise test where they struggled a little bit and the Opera Buds were slightly better. A strange thing I noticed though was when I had noise cancelling on, and I'll take both earbuds out of my ears, put them on my desk or whatever, then chuck them back in, it would normally take about 15 seconds for the noise cancelling to completely kick in. Where if you just cycle through it and turn noise cancelling on with the touch controls, it'll go to full strength instantly. And it was mainly with louder sounds where it would block out all of the noise, but if there was kind of some distant road noise, it wouldn't block that out. I would have to turn the noise cancelling off, transparency, and then turn noise cancelling back on for it to block out that noise. So don't know what's going on there. It's still pretty decent noise cancelling overall. And you get barely any EQ shift. That's how your sound quality changes with noise cancelling on compared to noise cancelling off compared to transparency mode. SoundPEATS has been pretty good at this lately, and it continues with the Air 4 Pro. And when it comes to the transparency mode, this is also SoundPEATS' best that I've heard. Slightly better than the Capsule 3 Pro and miles better than the Air 3 Pro. It is slightly amplified and you can't customize it in the app, which would have been nice, but you get no occlusion. So it just sounds very clear when you hear someone else talk and when you are talking yourself. Now onto what's most important, sound quality. And this is where SoundPEATS has really struck back, because these are easily the best sounding earbud, not just from SoundPEATS, but from any brand at this price. So out of the box, it's a pretty balanced tuning, really nothing too special. It's when I jumped into the EQ, slightly boosted the bass and the treble, and it really brings out some decent sound now. And I found you could EQ these buds a lot better than all of the previous SoundPEATS noise cancelling releases. So with this EQ customization, the sub bass kicks in strong, but it's a clean bass response. It doesn't mess up the other frequencies. The mid-range is super clean. It's definitely the standout here. So you get forward vocals and instrumentation are at the forefront. And the treble is also super clean, forward with nice detail, but not over the top or sibilant. The only complaint with the sound is the soundstage is a little bit closed in, but for this price, it's not too bad. Definitely miles ahead of the Air 3 Pro, Capsule 3 Pro, Mini Pro HS. The Opera buds get a little bit closer, but I prefer the sound of the Air 4 Pro. Opera buds are slightly more bass boosted, and it's just a more relaxed tuning on the Air 4 Pro. So I had to compare them to the Engine 4, which is SoundPEATS' best overall sound quality. And I'm pretty sure they just copied the Engine 4 tuning on the Air 4 Pro, because it pretty much sounds exactly the same as the Engine 4. Engine 4, maybe slightly better instrument separation, but a pretty genius move from SoundPEATS there. But I'm just comparing SoundPEATS to SoundPEATS here. Let's run through all the comparisons now, comparing to the best of the best. So we've got 5 different categories here. Category 1 is customization. So I've got the Liberty 4 NC in the #1 spot, because with those buds, you get the main customization, EQ, control customization, but they also have a hearing test and they have the most reliable and easy to use app. QCY Melobuds don't have the cleanest app, but allow you to customize the noise cancelling and transparency strength. Earphone Air Pro 3 and Free Pro 3 in the 3rd spot, because they have a great user interface, almost on par with Soundcore. All that's missing with them is noise cancelling and transparency customization. SoundPEATS Air 4 Pro in the 4th spot, since you get no control customization and it's a pretty buggy app, definitely needs some work. TWS 1 Pro 2 in the last spot, since you get no band EQ customization, which is a pretty big one. And you also miss out on a single tap and long hold. You can customize the controls, still you're gonna be pretty limited. Next ranking is with the transparency mode, and all the transparency modes here are pretty solid. The worst is the Free Pro 3. They're pretty quiet and you can't adjust the strength on them. But Air 4 Pro, like I said, slightly amplified, but you can just hear things very clearly and it's still pretty natural. Next is a noise cancelling ranking. If you want to go back to my noise cancelling explanation, you can see how they compare to all the earbuds that I have tested. Next we have volume, so Air 4 Pro in the tied 2nd spot with the Earphone Free Pro 3. But even the QCY Melobuds in the last spot, you're definitely getting enough volume from those. And finally, we have the sound quality ranking. I'm chucking the Air 4 Pro in. Like I said, in the 1st spot, it's really that instrument separation and punchy sound that makes them stand out from the rest of the earbuds. And I'm talking about all the buds here, once I've EQ'd them to my liking as well. Liberty 4 NC in the 2nd spot there. If you like a little bit more bass boosting, you might prefer those, or the Free Pro 3, super close in quality as well. Even the Earphone Air Pro 3 in the last spot, once you EQ them, you can get them sounding pretty good. The value you're getting when it comes to sound quality at this price it's come incredibly far in the last year. And if you want just the craziest subwoofer bass, the Earphone Air Pro 3 won the best budget bass in my earbud awards video, so be sure to check out that video here if you haven't yet. But overall, SoundPEATS is 100% back. Let's just see if that app can get sorted out and they'll be back on top.